Okay. It's terrible. This is humiliating. All right, let's do this. For those of you that don't know, which is probably everybody, my name's Doug Sinclair. I'm one of the original creators of Chili Beach in its original web incarnation, which we're about to see, and then later the TV version that sprang from it. What we're going to watch, though, is one of the very first webisode, which was produced, I believe, in 1997 when I was about 4 years old. I haven't seen it. I mean, I may have watched it once or twice in the years after it went out, but it's likely that I haven't seen it in 25 years. So you're getting a reaction from me that I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to react to this. I mean, it was 1997. Web video was not a thing. There were no web series. There was nothing really. There was no YouTube, obviously. There was nothing. You couldn't just watch a video the way that you can now. And we had this. It was a company called Infopreneur, and we were producing web applications and stuff like that. But we had this crazy idea that maybe you could do an animated series on the web. It had never been done. As far as I know, we were the first, certainly one of the first, if not the first ever. And we wanted to do something Canadian. So obviously it came out to be the most Canadian thing it could possibly be. Maybe I should just start it and get into it, and we'll cover it as we go. But that's how it started. There were a bunch of us who were involved in the creation of it, and I'll try to give credit where credit is due, because it was several people. It wasn't a lot of people at the time, but it was several people. One other thing I have to mention is that, and you can probably tell from looking at this, it's not the actual original webisode. Like we've got the caption on there. It says, "This is it, the original Chili Beach episode." That was added after. This was, I believe, re-released at some point in some form after the TV show started. But we still maintained the website, and we put this out for people that were nostalgic. I mean, the show was only a few years old at the time, but we kind of remastered this and put it out there. And you'll notice the logo on Dale's shirt is the Montreal Torchiers, which is this team that we invented. In the original version, Dale and Frank had the Montreal Canadiens and Toronto Maple Leafs logos on their jerseys. Dale's jersey was Saku Koivu and Frank's was Mats Sundin. But when we started the TV show, we weren't allowed to use those logos. I think we tried to get permission from the NHL to use them, and it was going to cost too much. So we invented these teams for them. And so that's the version of Dale that we'll be seeing in this. When this episode was remastered and re-released on the web, we had to change the logos on it to match what was on the TV show. That's, I believe, the only thing that was changed between this version and the original that was done in 1997. Everything else is going to look as terrible as it did back then. And I'll try to give excuses and justifications for how terrible everything is as we go, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be terrible. All right, I've never done this before. I haven't seen this in maybe close to 30 years. Let's go for it. Touch it. Music rolls on here. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we changed. March Entertainment was the production company formed for the TV show. So we added that logo that used to have the Infopreneur logo on there. And what you're hearing is the radio stuff. For some reason, we started out thinking Dale was going to be a late night DJ. And we only did that once. We did that in this episode, and it was never used again. I believe he became a Zamboni driver a couple of webisodes in, and that's what we stuck with for them. But at this point, Dale was a late night DJ. Okay. That's Steve Ashton as Dale, played Dale throughout the show. Look at that title screen. Look at the art of that title screen. Everything looks the way it did. Oh my God. Frank's eyes go right off of his head. The show looks the way it does because of the technology. In 1997, it was stream. It didn't stream video; it streamed vector images, and they had to be kept very, very simple. So all the artwork was we had to reduce to the absolute bare minimum amount of detail, backgrounds, characters, everything. So the characters were designed like that. And when it came time to do the TV show, we said to the CBC, should we try to improve what the show looks like? And they said, no, keep the look. So we kept it looking like crap through the through the whole series. I almost forgot. I've got my hat. Let's go on over my headphones. Actual merch from back in the day. I don't know why he disappeared there. I guess that was a scene transition. This radio station was never seen or used again.
Man, that was a long night. Oh, I'm freaking tired. I can't even see straight.
Oh my God, look at Dale's eyes.
Yeah.
Look at that. I don't know why. Now, the character art was done by Todd Peterson. It's a friend of mine, and also the voice of Frank throughout the run of the show, among other characters. He designed the characters. I don't remember if he designed Dale with his eyes like that. Why would we want his eyes to look like that? He certainly didn't look like that later. Oh my God, look at them. Yeah, okay. That's a pretty cool transition.
Doesn't count. Foreign object on the ice.
A foreign object up your ass?
Hey, my ass is a one-way only sign, unlike yours.
Well, I gotta use back up all the sausages. Says you're lying.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay. This is how we chose to introduce the show, apparently, with a joke like that. I don't think I wrote that joke. I don't think I would have written that joke then. I don't think I would write it today. I want to blame Todd and Steve for that being an ad lib. We used to record these episodes, these early ones, just in I had a little apartment in High Park in Toronto, and they would come over, and it sounds so terrible and echoey and stuff because it was just a microphone in my apartment. And they would ad lib a lot. And I'm going to say that joke, I'm going to blame that on Todd and Steve because not a joke we would do today.
Oh, you wanna beat the me? Yeah, you wanna beat the me? Come on, beat him up.
I was the only animator, by the way. All this animation was done by me. The background, I don't know why that sign is there. That's Steve as the tourist. I believe that's me as the other guy. Yeah, the backgrounds. Oh, there's the polar bear. Backgrounds were designed by John Goodwin. Again, simple as they needed. That's Todd screaming. I didn't do the screams. Todd was good at screaming. Still is.
Anyway, I'm getting to this. I was wondering if you wouldn't mind.
That's Todd as the polar bear as well.
You know, Ichi.
He was recast for the TV series.
I really appreciate your help. You don't know what this means to me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we made the decision early on. I mean, the word was edgy.
What's going on?
I'll just say this. Well, a lot of people compared the show to South Park, which is obvious for obvious reasons. But South Park TV series had not started at the time when we did this. Maybe, I think The Spirit of Christmas, their original little web short, had come out. Or not a web short. There was no such thing as a web short. It was a little short that got released on web. It became one of the first viral things. I believe it had come out at the time. And it was an inspiration. as well as a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, we wanted to go edgy, so yeah, we went straight for blood flying around and stuff.
Probably a fight. Let's go.
We still hadn't settled on Dale's voice, obviously. It keeps changing.
And you are very certain that this was your husband.
Yes, I'm sure.
And this was your husband's camera.
Yes,
I like how the
I know me.
neck strap on the camera just sticks up like an antenna.
That's him.
And this was your husband's.
That's Steve playing both roles. Constable Al.
Well, it seems very clear that this man was killed by some.
He was recast for the TV show as well.
Given the nature of
But
the
at this point, it was Steve.
factoring in this geographical locality, my first speculation
He made mistakes, and we just left him in.
variety. A polar bear, you might even say.
Yes, it was. I saw it.
Well, why did you not?
I saw it.
Let's go home and drink some beers.
What? That's it?
Being from a foreign locality, madam, perhaps you are unaware that polar bears frequently eat persons in this area. They're pretty nice about it.
One ate my sister. Oh, she was okay with it.
I don't know what's Dale's voice
I do not see
when we decided that that wasn't the right voice for him.
under luxury accommodations.
Still Steve, but he changed it.
Yes. He was an American, for crying out loud. I'm going to report this to Washington.
Yeah, the
Nobody's ever
original idea for the show obviously was that just that was Todd doing Grover's voice in the background. I don't know why he wanted to do Grover as one of the background voices. I think we originally, it's not there. Let me back it up. I didn't see it. But originally, in the original web version, oh, it still wouldn't go far enough. In the original web version, I think you could see Grover's hand come up saying, yeah, she's right.
Nobody's ever gonna come here again.
Now you can hear him, but Grover's hand is missing, and I think that's probably because we didn't want to get sued by Sesame Street. I guess that was taken out for this remastered version. But yeah, the original idea, and I don't remember how we came up with this. There was a bunch of us in these discussions, but the original idea was that this inhospitable place that was the stereotypical Canada that we believed Americans thought Canada was, cold and everybody rides in dog sleds and so on. But that these people thought we're trying to make it into a tourist destination. So the name has beach in it, and they would try to bring people there like it was a resort, and then they would be eaten by polar bears and frozen in the ice, and yet people would still keep coming. And we used that a little. I mean, it's in one of the movies. It's kind of a central plot thing, and a few episodes of the show, but really it turned out not to be a big thing. Oh my God, look at Frank's teeth. Way too big for his head. It's his whole head.
Yo, know me.
That's Steve again as Angus. Played Angus throughout the series.
I'll catch this bird for ya. But
And his voice is
to be easy.
exactly as it remained throughout the show.
We gotta do it quick. That'll bring back the tourists.
Look at those zooms at 7 frames per second. We could only do this at 7 frames per second at the time because the technology just, people's PCs couldn't handle it.
$1,000 for me by myself. Alright, you get the heed, the deal, the whole damn thing.
$20 and these still go with you.
Alright.
People who worked on the show still quote that line. $20 and these two go with you. I don't know why. Look at that. Okay. What is Dale's head doing? It's like way down. And his eyes are huge. Their mouths are huge. Frank's mouth is way. The bottom line is I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything about how to keep characters consistent from scene to scene. I'm sure they look different in every scene. But I wasn't an animator. I didn't know what I was doing. And anyway, no excuse for that. And look at this vista they're walking across. It's a white line and a couple of trees.
Excuse me, Mr. Trapper. Is it true you lost your leg in a fight with a moose?
More than just a moose, lad. And more than just a fight. An elemental duel with a hell-spawn beast. A beast not of this earth. A demon moose who now carries
Wow.
my leg in the throat.
That's pretty good.
And one glorious day, I swear on my eternal soul, I'll look into those black moose eyes again and send him back.
That's
to
pretty
the
good.
pits from which he
I was getting more ambitious as the episode went on, I think.
It's not just me.
And look, their faces are in the right proportions now. For some reason, I just decided to change it.
I think I found what we're
Like their eyes are almost the right size. All of a sudden,
hit now. Got to hit him right.
you'd think I would have gone back and fixed it in the previous scenes, but no. Pull trigger. I don't know where that interface was supposed to be popping up. He doesn't have a
Oh, crap.
display on his gun.
Tourists. Yeah, I know. Don't much like tourists. Stay back, lads. I'm going to...
No background at all. Oh, that's good. Little samurai thing on that sun.
Mother of all that is divine and holy and cream filled with a crunchy center. The day has...
I have no idea where we got this music. We had not met Luke Arsenault, who was our composer later at this point. So I acquired this music somewhere.
We're toast.
It's terrible.
You're probably here about that tourist, right?
Yeah?
Oh, thought so. I feel really bad about that. He didn't seem in the best of moods.
Okay, we were sort of wondering, is it really necessary for you to like eat people all the time? Because it sort of makes it hard for us to get like
I don't remember why we put the penguin
come here.
became a thing.
Well, yes.
I don't remember the thinking.
I am, after all.
That's Todd again, who plays Frank as the polar bear as well.
Thing, you know?
Well, what if you just ate Canadians? No tourists. Could you do that?
You know, I think I could manage that. Yes, I think that...
Oh, there go Dale's eyes again.
Great.
How did I not? And they're.
We'll just be going then.
Let me ask you something.
I think I could have fixed that stuff.
Canadian?
No, I'm a Finn, and he's
All right.
sweet.
This is the remastered version, as I said, and we had to take the NHL stuff off there. He said he's Finn, and Frank is Swedenish, which I remember. It's funny, despite having not seen this in almost 30 years, I can probably quote it word for word because I spent so long animating it, again, by myself. I heard every line 1,000 times, and it's just stuck in my head forever. But yeah, Dale had Koivu on the back of his shirt, and Frank had Sundin, and now those are gone. This joke makes no sense. So I wish we could find the original web version that was from 1997, but as far as I know, it's gone. It's lost forever. Let's back up this joke that makes no sense and means nothing now.
Canadian?
No, I'm a Finn, and he's Swedenish.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah, it's a kind of a shame. Okay, well, anyways, bye-bye. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Dale just sounds like Steve. It doesn't sound like Dale. Well, and it ends abruptly. It's because I had to take the credits out because honestly, we had a song. We used to have a song in the credits in 1997 that I admit we did not have the rights to. I don't remember who wrote it or what it was called. We tried like crazy to find the composer of it, but never got a hold of him. And because we were dumb, we went ahead and used the song anyway, illegally. So now I can't show the credits. But anyway, there's a bunch of people in the credits. You can just imagine them. So yeah, that was my first time seeing that in probably almost 30 years. My reaction is, it's terrible, but it's maybe like this much better than I would have expected. I thought it was going to be worse. I thought I was going to be hiding in shame through that whole thing, and I wasn't. It's okay. We could do better today, and I don't know. I probably said this about 100 times as we're watching it, that I don't know why. When I discovered that Dale's face looked better with his eyes this big instead of this big, that I didn't go back and fix that in every other scene. But you can see all the pieces were there right from the start, and we hadn't quite figured out some stuff, but I guess it was good enough that the CBC saw it and said, hey, come and make a show and make it look just as bad as that, and we'll run it for a few years. Yeah. So, we're going to post the episode for anyone who wants to watch it without me yakking through the whole thing. We'll post it in that form as well. But if people want, I'll do more of these. I'll watch more webisodes, and there's a bunch of episodes of the TV show I don't think I've even seen. We'll get to those. And there's the movies. I don't know if I've seen them in their finished forms. This is humiliating. All right. Thanks for watching. If you did, I don't know if anybody did, but thanks.